Simon here. Just wanted to get on here. I haven't done a Facebook or Instagram live in forever, but it's been a hectic little while. We've just onboarded a ton of new clients and super busy writing copy, deploying our team, getting creative access, and all the things that we do to make successful digital marketing campaigns. I got interviewed on the Unemployable podcast yesterday, and it was such a great time. I spent the whole morning trying as best I could to prepare for it, and it's impossible to prepare for an ad hoc interview where they just throw random questions at you and don't even tell you what the questions are going to be. So it's kind of cool to be in the hot seat like that and just deal with curveballs, and it was great. I tried the best I could to try and prepare. I don't even know what it looks like, but there was one thing that I didn't say that I would love to get on here and share with you. Firstly is if you're not following these guys at Unemployable Media and listening to the Unemployable podcast, if you're in business, do yourself a favor and subscribe. The guys are amazing, and they interview some extremely successful entrepreneurs who are doing like $10 million a month, $100 million a year. And what's really common for many of them is the obstacles that they've all had to overcome, the setbacks, massive setbacks that they've had to overcome. And I love that. So I was super grateful that they would let me on the podcast, because I'm not someone who's necessarily got a $100 million business, but I show people how to get there and how to enjoy $10 million a year, $50 million a year, that type of thing. I show them how to create results like that. Which, speaking of which, I am doing a masterclass on the 25th of July at 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So get yourself registered for that. You'll see some info around here somewhere on that. But the one question I didn't get to talk about in my preparation was how simple it is to double your business. And I practiced all my numbers, right? So I said, hey, all you need to do to double is to increase by 30%. And what I mean by that, if let's say you've got leads, you've got appointments, and you've got sales. If we just look at 3 areas, and it can be any 3 areas, but if you've got leads, appointment, and sales, let's just say, and to double your business, all you do in each of those 3 areas is increase your success level, increase your performance by just 30%, you will double your business. Here's what I mean. So let's say you've got 1,000 leads coming in. Sorry about that. So you people calling. So let's say you have 1,000 leads coming in per month. Here's how to double your business. 1,000 leads coming in per month. From there, let's say you'll set 50% of 2 appointments. So you'll have 500 appointments. And from 500 appointments, let's say you close 20% as into paying customers, right? So if we say 20% is going to give you $1,000 on a product sale, you'll make $100,000. Does that sound fair? Makes sense so far? So let's say we increase your numbers from 1,000 leads by 30%. So it's now 1,300 leads, okay? So if we do that, just increase it by 30%. And so that might be you spend some more money on advertising, or you increase and optimize your ads that you're running so that you affect a 30% greater yield, right? 30% more leads for the same ad spend. You can do that every day, right? You can optimize. That's what we specialize doing. You might change the image of a Facebook ad. In some cases, we have one case we changed an image on a Facebook ad. Leads went from $38 to $3.80, right? So that's a 10x, right? So we're just talking about 30%, like 1/3, not times 10, right? So if you do that, you get instead of 1,000 leads, you got 1,300. All right. Instead of you now having a conversion of 50% in appointments, let's say you increase that by 30% as well. So on 500, an extra 30% is 650, right? So you've got to have the extra 30% on the new leads that have come through. True. Okay. So it's going to be 845 new appointments, yeah? And so from 845 new appointments, if now you were closing 20%, and now you're increasing your 20% by another 30%, all right? So if you just go, what's that? That's an extra 7%. So now it's like 27 something-ish, right? So 27% of the 845, something like 220 sales compared to 100 sales. So you go from, at a $100 product, you go from $1,000 month, sorry, a $1,000 product, you go from a $100,000 month to a $220,000 month, $100 product, beg your pardon. So yeah, that's how you double your business. Didn't get a chance to explain how simple it is. Not saying it's easy, but I am saying it's simple to do that. Make sure that you are jumping on to Unemployable Podcast. Give them a huge follow. Subscribe to them on YouTube. Follow them on, what do we have? I've got my streaming thing. I can't even remember what it's called. Spotify or whatever you have. I have them on Spotify as well, but I do follow them on YouTube because they're fun. Follow them on Insta. I'll see if I can tag them. I think my last story actually has them tagged, and I'll keep you updated. We talked about all things on this podcast, by the way. We talked about AI, what we're doing at the moment in the US for our own business that's got AI making outbound calls to the tune of 1,000 calls simultaneously. I'll show you how to do that, what we're doing in cold email, what we're doing on LinkedIn, and what we're doing with paid advertising and optimizing. So I've got some of those things that I'm showcasing on the upcoming mastermind. We're going into a real deep dive on that on the 25th, and I can't wait to see you there. Get yourself registered, and we'll speak soon. Happy marketing. Bye for now.